Cool. So Aiden, right?
Yeah.
Yes, that's it.
And then I'm sorry, what's your name, sir?
Matthew.
Matthew?
Yes.
All right. And you guys got a puppy now?
Yes.
Yes.
What's the puppy's name?
Scottie.
Scottie?
Yeah.
Whose idea was the puppy?
Huh?
Whose idea was the puppy?
Well, my mom's aunt was giving him away, and we really wanted him, and
No,
we
you
got
have.
him.
We got him from our cousins, yeah.
Okay. And then Rick said that Scottie's your dog.
Yes.
Your responsibility. Okay.
Yeah.
And I think the biggest thing is potty training.
Yes, for sure.
And what are you guys doing for that?
Right now we're really just we set aside a schedule. We have well, first thing that we started doing is feeding times. We'll feed them twice a day at 8 a.m. and then at 8 p.m. And then we'll take them out 20 minutes after, an hour after, hour and a half. And then from there we'll go every like 2 hours or so.
Okay.
That's what we're doing because he's not really that well trained yet with going outside or giving signals, which is what we're really trying to work on.
Okay. What kind of food is he eating?
It's mostly dry food. We got it right here. If you want me to bring it.
I know the brand. It's okay. Yeah, that's Earthborn Holistic, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Does he have access to water all day?
We give him not usually all day. No.
Just during feeding times.
Okay. How many times, or so is it? Do you put water down for him, or only during a certain time period does he get water?
Only during certain time periods.
Okay. So what we want to do here is you're correct with the schedule.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to make some adjustments there, and then we'll make some adjustments to the feeding and the water schedule too.
Yeah.
And then if you want to take notes, feel free to do so. And then this is being recorded, so you can always go to my YouTube channel and put Scottie, so you can search his name and you can pull up his video.
Yeah.
So he is 4 months, 5 months?
Just turned 5 months exactly.
Yeah.
5 months. Okay. So the rule of thumb is companies can hold it an hour per month. Okay.
Okay.
So technically 5 hours, right?
Mm-hmm.
6 months, 6 hours, 7 months, 7 hours, so on and so forth, until he hits, 8 to a year, between 8 to 12 hours, depending on how well he's potty trained. But you have to teach him to hold it for that time.
Yeah.
So you're correct with the every 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say, for example, it's Saturday and you're home all day, and you wake up at 7 o'clock. You'd run Scottie out. He does his business. Back inside, you would feed him, for example.
Yeah.
7:30, and then at 8 o'clock, you would take him out to the potty again. Okay. Then the next potty break would be at 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock, all the way up until before bed, right?
Yes.
So during that time, because we have to teach him to hold it for 5 hours, we want to keep an eye on Scottie.
Mm-hmm.
If he pottied at 8 o'clock, but at 9 o'clock, he looks suspicious, like maybe he goes off into the kitchen or you see him sniffing around the floor, you might have to potty, right?
Mm-hmm.
Most people would take the puppy potty. I don't. I put him in the kennel.
All right.
Until 10 o'clock, because you're trying to teach him to hold it. That's the difference. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So if he looks suspicious and you take him to potty, he's peeing when he has to pee, and he's not learning to hold it.
Yeah.
Okay. So put him on a schedule, and then every 4 weeks, the easiest way is to bump it an hour. Okay. So for if you've been doing every 2 hours for the last 2 weeks, for another 2 weeks, you can continue to do so. And then you're going to bump them to every 3 hours.
All right.
Do it for 4 weeks, then every 4 hours. Do that for 4 weeks, 5 hours. During that time, as you're expanding his time of being free in the home, if he goes out every 4 hours, you took him out at 10 o'clock, the next outing would be at 2 o'clock.
Uh-huh.
But like at 12, he looks suspicious, he goes in the kennel for 2 hours. Okay, so you're gonna take him out when he's supposed to potty.
Uh-huh.
How big is Scotty? 30 pounds?
Yeah.
Okay. So good thing is he's still a smaller puppy.
Mhm.
Is if Scotty potties the kennel during that time,
Mhm.
most people clean the puppy and then take him out to go potty again and then let them be free.
Yeah.
I don't do that. Okay. So if I took Scotty out at 8, his next outing is at 10. I put him in the kennel at 9 because he looks suspicious and
Mhm.
he pees. Then I leave him till 10 o'clock with the pee.
Uh-huh.
So for him, what happens is he potties in the kennel and it's gross, so then he's not going to want to touch it.
Mhm.
He's going to be hanging back, ideally. So then the next time, when you put him in the kennel, if he has to go, he's going to think, I really don't want to go in here because then I have to sit next to it for a really long time.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the aversive, to teach them not to potty in the kennel. Then at 10 o'clock, I go get Scotty, I clean him up, take him to go potty, then come back, clean his kennel, and then we reset the clock again.
All right.
A problem you might have, though, is if he potties in the kennel, he might bark a lot.
Mhm.
Because he's saying, hey, it's gross in here, right?
Yeah.
You can correct it, which we'll talk about later on. But even if he's barking, you want to, as best you can, ignore him. Okay? So typically, what I recommend is that people put the crates in an area of the home where if the dog barks, it won't be annoying to everybody. Okay?
All right.
You know, like even if you go in and go, shut up, Scotty, like for him, even though you're trying to be quiet, he thinks or learns his barking made you come back. He got some attention, so then he'll just keep barking for more. Okay.
All right.
So ideally, you just want to ignore him, and eventually he'll learn that his barking will get him no response, and then ideally he'll get over it. Okay.
All right.
The exception to the potty schedule is, let's say, at 11 o'clock, you guys are going to go out with your family. No one's going to be home. Okay. And I took Scotty out at 8. He would potty at 10.
Mhm.
So his next potty would be at 12, technically. But if you're leaving at 11 and you're going to be gone till 3, right? You'll be gone 4 hours. You wouldn't come back at 12 to let him out. Okay. I would take him to the potty before I leave, put him in the kennel. I leave till 3 o'clock. And then when you come back, you take him out the potty, and then you start your clock again.
All right.
So don't feel like you have to come back if you go outside or whatever, something, you have to come back every 2 hours. He's in the crate, he'll be fine. Okay. If he does have an accident while you're gone, it's a part of the learning process. Okay. Because then he learns. My screen here something popped up. There. Then he learns not to do it again, right? So if he has a potty mistake and he's in there for 3 to 4 hours next to the potty mistake, it's really gross. That's what helps him become better trained, okay?
Mhm.
Of course, when you don't get mad at him if he does do that. He's not going to understand that he did a bad thing, okay?
Uh-huh.
I just come in, I pick him up if I have to, pick him up the potty, come back, clean the kennel, and then start over.
Mhm.
Is everybody home? I know your dad said he's going back to work now, right?
Uh-huh.
Is there someone always home now, or is everybody like,
Yeah, our mother's here.
she's always there? if no one's home and it's your mom with Scotty, does she have him out or does she have him in the kennel?
In the kennel normally.
Yeah.
In the kennel? Okay,
Yeah.
that's good. Yeah. So keep doing that. Okay. Because then if Scotty gets used to always being free or being with somebody,
Mhm.
it's going to be a problem in the future whenever he's alone by himself because he's so used to being around someone.
Yeah.
Okay. When it comes to feeding, you said he just turned 5 months, right?
Yeah.
What I would do is, when he has potty mistakes in the house, is it pee or is it poop?
Both.
Both.
Okay. When are we noticing the mistakes?
What was that?
When do you notice he has the mistake?
Whenever we take him to the basement, he always uses the bathroom down there.
Yeah, he tends to go to the basement to use bathroom, which is where our rooms are. Usually whenever he poops, it's always downstairs.
Is downstairs carpeted?
No.
It's hardwood?
Yeah.
When he potties downstairs, are there any rugs that he targets or does he just go? And, like, anywhere?
He just kind of goes.
Okay. Is it like in the morning? Is it in the evening mostly? When?
It's more during night.
During night? Is
Yeah.
he free overnight?
Huh?
Is he, so is this like when you're sleeping?
What was that?
Does he potty when you're sleeping?
Yeah, yeah, definitely, yeah.
So what I would do is I would come home overnight then.
All right.
Okay, put him in the crate because most puppies will sleep through the problem.
Mm-hmm.
But he's learned that he wakes up, he can just go off, pure poop somewhere, and then go back to no problem.
Uh-huh.
So while he's still potty, like if he wasn't doing that, I wouldn't start. Okay, so like if you would hold it overnight and be free, like I would say, you can do that, not a problem. Okay, but since he is, the only way to prevent that is to crate him.
Uh-huh.
Okay. When's the last time he goes potty before bed?
Before bed. Last time he goes to the bathroom before bed?
Yeah.
It's usually at around 1 a.m.
Oh well, it's late. And what time you guys wake up to pick him out?
8.
Oh wow. So between 1 and 8 o'clock, you still have a potty mistake.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you walk him or does he go to the yard?
Walk him through the yard.
Okay. How many times does he poop a day?
Twice.
Twice?
Yeah.
How much does he eat a day?
He eats twice a day, a cup full of
Food?
cup and a half.
Is it a measuring cup or like a human cup?
It's a scoop. I don't.
Here, I'll show you.
Yeah.
It's this size.
Okay. So he poops twice during the day and then once they're in the night or whatever. Sometime. So he poops twice in the day and then maybe once overnight?
Uh-huh.
Okay. He said 1.5 scoops times a day, so 3 cups?
Yeah.
Okay, I think you're overfeeding him.
Overfeeding? Okay.
Yeah. For a 30 pounds, he's probably supposed to get like 2 cups.
2 cups? Okay.
Yeah, so it's probably on your scoop, it'll tell you like half cup, 1 cup, and then maybe the full scoop is 1.5, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So you want to feed him exactly 2 cups. So 1 cup in the morning, 1 cup in the evening. And then we'll see if the pooping overnight continues to happen as well.
Uh-huh.
Okay. But if you're taking him out every couple of hours and pooping twice a day and then once overnight, it's most likely overfeeding. Okay.
All right.
Now, if it looks like he's losing weight, then we're underfeeding.
Uh-huh.
and then we just bump it up. You know, I used to go a quarter cup or so until I find that the puppy has reaches their let's say healthy weight, and he's not having to poop a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then I'd also have kenneling overnight as well, because you said he pees also overnight.
Yes.
Okay. What I would do is bump the dinner time to like 7 o'clock
Uh-huh.
instead of 8. And we want to start controlling his water. His last water break will be at 7 with dinner, and then after that, no more.
All right.
The general rule for puppies is an ounce per pound. So if he's 30 pounds, technically 30 ounces of water is what he needs. Okay. There are exceptions. So like if you give him water and he looks really thirsty,
Mm-hmm.
you can give him more, but at least now you know how much water he has. Is he in the kennel or something?
Yeah.
He's being a brat. So I would do 3 water breaks, 10 ounces with breakfast, 10 ounces for lunch, and then 10 ounces with dinner.
All right.
If you take him for a long walk and water, you know that he drank more water, so we're watching him closely in case he looks to wander.
All right.
Questions about that?
Questions. Is there any sort of, should we be doing anything disciplinary wise when, say, it's late at night, he's in his kennel, he's barking, and he just doesn't stop. He's barking at night.
So again, you said he sleeps downstairs in the kennel with you guys, or overnight with you?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, so if you put him in the kennel, he's probably gonna whine and bark.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to send your dad an email
Mm-hmm.
with some links to videos on YouTube, and so that you can learn how to flip it out. For a puppy his age, what I would do is you take a towel and you roll it up so it makes like a cylinder, and then you use hair ties or a rubber band so that it keeps it. Okay, so it's firm, but and it's a bonker. You use it to literally bonk the dog.
All
So
right.
if Scottie did something and Callie, what do you think Callie would do to correct Scottie?
Can you please repeat?
So let's say Scottie is a puppy, right? And something on Callie. Callie doesn't like it.
Uh-huh.
How would you stop him?
I'm not sure.
She would bite him.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So for things that we don't want or that we want to stop, there has to be aversive. Okay. So like when we were growing up, I was fat.
Mm-hmm.
It hurt, but my mom's intention wasn't to hurt me.
Yeah.
Right? It was to teach a lesson. So for dogs, if one dog does something and the other dog doesn't like it, they'll bite them to teach them a lesson.
Yeah.
Okay? So, and this is when you want to stop something. Okay, so if you want to stop Scottie from barking in the kennel, we have to, in essence, bite him, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying open the kennel and bite him, but we have to replicate that, right? So that's what the bonker is for.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So if he's barking in his kennel, the moment he starts crying, the moment he starts barking, don't wait. you bonk the kennel.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so it'll startle him. Ideally, like you mentioned, like what's that, right? And he'll look scared. Don't worry about him looking scared. Okay. I want to see the puppy or the dog look cautious because it means they didn't like it.
Uh-huh.
Right? That's how you stop things. Okay. So I don't yell at them. I don't shout at them. I just go with the bonker. Okay.
All
And I
right.
suggest making like, at least 3 if you can. So that because you might try it once and he'll bark again, and then you have another one, and then you have another one, and repeating. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And we see what happens.
Yeah.
And then eventually he'll learn, really, if I bark, this thing hits the kennel, I don't like it. So what happens? I just shut up.
Uh-huh.
Right. So that's how he learns. Okay. And you can use this approach for anything you don't like. If he's jumping on you, if he's biting at your biting at your hand, barking at you from the kennel, or even barking at you to play with him, you can use this tool to correct all those things. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So when I send you the videos and you watch them, it'll make a lot more sense to see it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And don't worry about hurting them because dogs bite each other.
Yeah.
Okay. It's weird for people because they think they're hitting their dog, but if there's no consequence, the dog's going to just keep barking, and then you're not going to get any sleep, and then you let him out the kennel, and then he's peeing and pooping overnight. So it gets complicated. But trust me, dogs bite each other. The towel will be fine. Other questions? Other questions?
Oh, one thing. How long should we walk him for? Like, how long should we keep him outside when we're taking him for walks, or we're just letting him outside?
I go by the puppy. So like, if it's a potty break, okay, you pick typically 5 to 10 minutes. Okay.
Okay.
I'll go out, and it's best to take them to the same spot and wait. Just stand there and wait on the leash. Okay. And because what happens is if you walk too much, he'll keep catching scents and keep smelling, and then forget the potty.
Uh-huh.
So if you stand there, he'll smell, but eventually he'll get bored and then remember, oh yeah, I got to, and then do his business. Okay. You'll come to learn schedules like typically dogs poop in the morning and in the evening, sometimes in the middle. So in the morning when you wake up, almost always have to pee and poop. Right. So I'm waiting for that to happen before I bring him back inside again. If it's middle of the day and he doesn't have to poop, only pee, then once he's completed that, then you can let him be in the yard and play, or then you can go for your walk. Okay. If you go for a walk for exercise, the general rule of thumb is 5 minutes per month. So if he's 5 months, 25 minutes.
All right.
I go by the puppy. If he looks really tired, like after 10 minutes or whatever, 10, 15 minutes, I'll start to take him back because he's not, he doesn't have the stamina yet. Okay. And this is for like walking activity. I'm not walking, I'm sorry, high activity, like maybe playing after chasing a ball, a lot of running back and forth. If it's low activity, like walking, I go by the puppy. Some puppies at like 2 months are already able to walk around. Okay. I personally, because people get really weird and they're like I don't want to over exercise my puppy and cause something to go wrong. I've never seen it because it's such a low level activity. It's just walking, right?
Yeah.
Running for an hour, straight running is different. Okay, so it would be 25 minutes of high activity if it's just walking. You know, I go by the puppy. He gets tired after 30 minutes. I cap it at 30 minutes until he gets more stamina.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And then once he hits a year, the general rule of thumb is, you know, an hour a day of exercise. And then you should ideally be fine. Okay?
All right.
If you take him for a long walk, you want to give him a potty break in the beginning, and then at the end before you bring him inside.
All right.
Okay? And if he doesn't potty, like see after the walk, I would probably kennel him for a little bit, and then take him out to go potty, because typically all that movement, puppies will have to go. So you'll save yourself the problem of a mistake.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Other questions?
Really nothing else. No.
How's he been in the crate? Is it
Um,
sometimes he's barky, sometimes he's cool?
Sometimes he's cool. Yeah.
most of the time he barks a lot of the time.
Yeah, he does bark a lot, but at times he'll just realize, hey, this isn't getting me anywhere, and he'll just be cool. But most of the time he will bark.
How long have you had him for?
A week, 2 weeks,
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Did they do any training? Your cousins do any training with them themselves?
I don't think so. No.
Okay. Do you know if they used the crate and stuff for him?
Oh, they did. Yes, that night.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And did they complain that
Yeah.
he barked a lot and stuff?
Repeat.
Did they complain of him barking a lot?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
No, I don't know.
Ask them to find out.
Mhm.
Barking in the kennel should go away within a couple of weeks.
Yes.
It's already been 2 weeks for you guys. So what we want to see is always a decline in behavior.
Mhm.
So for puppies, if he came from a litter and he's playing with his litter mates all the time, he's just used to a lot of activity, right? He's not used to being by himself yet. So I always give 2 weeks to acclimate. So in the beginning, it's a lot of barking, and over the 2 weeks, it's down. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So with the bonker, that should help out a lot. Okay. And where you notice you're having to correct it less and less. If it looks like it's not getting better, or it's getting worse, you want to let me know, okay? Because that's the potential problem there. Do you feed them in the kennel or do you feed them outside the kennel?
What was that?
Do you feed them in the kennel or out the kennel?
Out the kennel.
Outside.
Okay, you want to feed them in the kennel.
Inside? Okay.
Yeah. Okay. To make it a positive, so he thinks the only time he gets to eat is in the kennel. What I do is I put the food in, and I'll put the puppy in, and I'll close it. I'll give him 5 minutes.
Mhm.
Okay. Sometimes puppies will be so stressed about being in the kennel that they won't eat. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And when you open it, they'll step outside and eat from outside. I don't let them do that. Okay. So if I come back after 5 minutes and he's been barking the whole time, and then he starts to eat, now I'm there because it opened the gate, I put the food away.
Mhm.
Okay. And then he doesn't eat till dinner time. And then same thing, I put him in, I put the food in, 5 minutes. If he's barking the whole time and then when I come back, he tries to eat, I open it, put the food away. Okay? I keep repeating that. But eventually, he's going to learn the only time he's going to get to eat is when he's alone in the kennel by himself.
Mhm.
He's not going to starve himself to death. You know, it's against instinct for a dog to do that. Eventually, he's going to learn this food's only here for 5 minutes. And if I see a fit and don't eat it,
Uh-huh.
so it'll make him like the kennel more because it's the only place he gets fed.
All right.
Same thing for the water. I would give him water only in the kennel. You can also give, I don't know if you guys have like a Kong or like antlers or bones for them to chew on.
Mhm.
Whenever I give them anything, I give them stuff that they do not ingest, or so that he doesn't potentially choke. Okay. And I'll do that. Like, let's say if I go to work 9 to 5, the only time my dog will get the Kong with peanut butter is when I'm gone at work from 9 to 5. So then they look forward to it. That's the only time they get those rewards. Okay. So if there's anything that he really likes, like a bone or an antler, giving him it throughout the day, I'll only give it to him when I'm gonna, go be doing homework or something like that. Okay. So you have a balance between, if you bark in the kennel, you're gonna get corrected, but also you only get fed in the kennel, so it's like a good.
Yeah.
We got potty training, we got crate training. How is he with like you guys? Is he mouthy? Is he chewing on stuff?
What was that?
How, like, does he bite your hands, or does he bite your feet or anything like that?
No. No.
Sometimes, not. It's not often, but sometimes he'll feel just like chewing on stuff, so he'll chew on blankets and anything around him.
Yeah, he'll bite on blankets and stuff. It's like he's teething.
Okay. Does he have anything to chew?
To chew, yeah.
Yeah.
What do you have for him?
Here, I'll grab it. It's right here. They're every here and there. We have to chew.
Oh, he has a bone.
Oh yeah, we do have I can't find it, but this is one of the things we have. This little
Sure.
thing. But he also has bones, harder toys, different kinds of things.
How does he like that green thing?
He'll chew on it when he's bored.
Okay. So in my experience, dogs like to chew on things that they can get stuff from.
Mm-hmm.
So like if he chews a bone, like little fragments will come off, Same thing with a little bit of the marrow, the hardened marrow will come out. Bully sticks, you can actually eat it. There's Himalayan dog food, which is made of hard cheese. So I typically gravitate towards those things because they keep the puppy's attention. Plastic stuff or like fake bones, they tend to like not really like because there's no flavor to it. So I would suggest for any chews. And do you leave his toys out all day, or do you keep them put away?
What?
Do you keep his toys out all day, or
We usually keep them out all day. Yes.
they're all day? All day? Okay. You want to put all that stuff up. Okay. Because what happens is he sees the bones, right, and he has access to them all the time that they lose their value. Okay. So when you put this stuff away, and he's bored, now randomly, maybe it'll be a bone, maybe it'll be an antler, maybe a palm, right? I'm changing it up so that it keeps his attention, and then when he's done with it, I can put it away. Okay. So it's kind of like me growing up. I was only allowed to play video games 1 hour a day after I did my homework. Right? So it made me really value playing video games for that 1 hour. Does that make sense? They're doing the same thing for Scottie. He's like, you're gonna bring it out, so then he's gonna be more inclined to keep attention to it. This is why they'll have all the toys and they won't touch them, but they'll chew on your shoes. Right? Because when they're chewing on your shoes, you're like, hey, no, right? Or you take it away, or you start chasing them to get the shoe back. So now it's engaging. Or he only sees the shoe out part of the day, so it makes it more valuable. Okay? So whenever you see Scottie look bored, or chewing on something he shouldn't, you want to give him a random object to chew on instead. Okay. Now, if he's chewing like on the chair, you would do two things. You would correct him, you know, if you're going to use the bonker, correct him for chewing, because he's not supposed to chew the chair, and then give him something else. Okay, so he's learning, if I chew on this, I get corrected, right? So I don't do that, but I'll get this instead. So I can chew on this. This is safe. Okay, so it's a balance between both those things. Questions about that?
No.
When you walk them on a harness. What do you walk them on?
Usually we're out on our front lawn, but we will take them like on the sidewalk, up and down the block.
Is he on a flat collar or regular collar or like a?
Oh, we have them right now. We're using one of these prong collars.
Okay.
Which is what we're using right now. Huh?
How does he do with it?
He responds to it very well. It really works with him.
Okay, so keep doing that in the meantime. And when you walk him, is it does he just do whatever he wants, or do you make it structured?
He'll more or less do whatever he wants.
Okay. What I would suggest is that when you're going to take him out for a walk, you let him go potty first.
Mm-hmm.
And then once he's done, you can shorten the leash and then just walk. Okay. And he might stop to like smell something, just keep walking. Okay. Because if you let Scottie do whatever he wants, it's going to create more problems in the future because he's going to get so used to it. And then later on, he's going to annoy you, like he's pulling all over the place. But it's what he's learned. And then when you try to fix it, it's going to be harder to fix because he's done it for so long. Okay. So what I do is 80% work to 20% play. Okay. So if I'm going to walk Scottie for an hour, for 45 minutes, it's structured. We just walk. And then 15 minutes would be the potty break where he gets to sniff and pee and poop and like be a little puppy. And then more walking. Okay. So you could do minutes in the beginning of free time. Then you do your walk. And then in the middle, another 5 minutes. And then you do the walk back home. And at the end, another 5 minutes. And then he's done and go inside. Okay. Is there anything in the home that you don't want him to do?
I don't think so. No.
So there's no rules with the furniture or anything like that?
Repeat?
There's no rules for the furniture, like yes, he can be on the furniture, no, he can't.
No, there's not really any rules. We'll let him on the couches and stuff. We got like covers and stuff on the couches.
Okay.
Same thing that we do with Kelly.
Okay, that's fine. Just remember, anything that you don't want, you can use the bonker for.
Yeah.
So like if he's chewing on the couch, if he's jumping all over you, while you're trying to sit down and relax, you can correct all that stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't feel bad for putting too many rules. Rules are good. Because that's why dogs have problems, is because nobody wants to follow. Okay. Do you do any training yourself right now with him? Like any kind of like treat training or anything like that?
Right now to work on potty training, we've been giving him like little small, like little pieces of a treat every time he'll use the bathroom outside, just to let him know that that's where he's supposed to go and that he'll get something if he does go out there.
Okay. What I would suggest is that you keep doing that, and when you see Scottie like sniffing, go potty.
Mhm.
I repeat the phrase "go potty."
Uh-huh.
Now keep repeating it as he's sniffing. Then once he pees or poops, good boy. And then when he's done, you can go ahead and feed him.
Yeah.
Okay. The reason for this is because when winter comes, huskies or husky type dogs, it's perfect weather for them. And they get really excited. And they get so excited, they will forget to use the bathroom. They just want to run around and play. Okay. So this way, in the future, when winter comes, when you think about the potty, you can say go potty to speed up that process, and you don't have to worry about him taking his sweet time.
Uh-huh.
Okay. But you can keep doing that. Trying to think if there's anything else you guys should know. We did corrections. We did the crate training. We did the potty training. We're walking on the prong collar. I think that's it.
All right.
You guys, no other questions?
No.
Okay. So I'll send your dad an email with the links, and I'll tell him to forward it over to you guys.
Yeah.
Okay. And then if you have any questions, your dad should have an email.
Mhm.
You can shoot me an email. Okay.
All right.
Other than that, you guys take care. And then if you guys need anything else, you just let us know.
All right.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.